Whether you're looking for a MyPlayer who could put his nuts on somebody's forehead as you drive to the basket, or you're looking for a dominant center build that could destroy anybody in the paint, or a big one-of-a-kind ISO player that can cook even the best lockdowns on the game, this video has what you're looking for. This is the top 10 builds on NBA 2K25, so drop a like on the video and let's get into it. What if I told you you could turn $25 into $25,000 just by predicting more or less on 6 NBA players? Well, you're going to want to check out the sponsor of today's video, PrizePicks. PrizePicks is simple. First, you got to select your sport, then select the category within that sport, then select your players and decide if they're going to go more or less than the predictions in those categories. The more picks you get right, the more money you make. PrizePicks is available in over 30 states, and if you use my code to sign up for PrizePicks today, they will give you $50 in free play when you place your first $5 lineup. Age restrictions apply. Please play responsibly. Thank you to PrizePicks for sponsoring today's video. All the builds provided in this video, the links will be down below to the people who provided them, so if you want more information about them or their signature styles or tutorials on how they play, go check those people out. But first, we're going to talk meta guard builds. First one is from Gliz. We're talking 6'2 to 6'4, 99 3-point guard builds. I know y'all get bored of the meta, but they are so effective. They have to be in the top 10 builds video this year. The 99 3-point 6'2 to 6'4 guards, depending on what you want in terms of how much defense, how much speed, how much pass sack, how much finishing, always tweak the builds to your liking. I always say that to you guys. This version right here, the 6'4 version, this is from Fab. But always tweak builds to your liking. I don't care what video you're watching, even my own video, you always want to take it as a concept and then tweak it to fit your play style, your teammates, your game mode, etc. But the 6'2 to 6'4 guards with 99 3-pointer, tweak the rest of the build in terms of how much defense and finishing and all that you want. But the 6'2 to 6'4, 99 3-point guards, easily the most popular guard build on the game for a reason. All right, let's get into a non-meta build, the tall ISO builds. These are being made famous by Glock 19. I'll leave the link down below just like everybody else. But a warning with these types of builds, you are going to have to lab up how to dribble on them. Because if you just try to get on a build like this and try to play, you're going to be moving like a slug. You see how he's moving some of these clips. He is flying around the court. He has mastered this type of dribbling. But these are big ISO players that utilize the Euro steps, rim running. They can shoot, they can play defense, they can rebound. They are a lot of fun. But like I said, they're going to take a lot of time to practice in order to master how to move on them. But they are non-meta. They are something you will rarely see. And people who do master it, like Glock 19, they stand out from the crowd. When you're looking at your tier 1 badge setup for a build and it's full of legend badges, I think it's safe to say that build needs to be in the top 10 builds of the year. And that build is, of course, the 5'9 builds. They get more attributes than any build on the game, which means they get more legend badges than any build on the game. The downside is you're very small. You're 5'9. Now, a build like this is going to be dependent upon who you play with. If you're playing random rec, you're going to need to be really, really good offensively to make up for the fact that you're that small, because your teammates in random rec are not really going to help you and bail you out. But if you're playing competitively, let's say 3v3 wagers, if you ever tune in and watch those, you're going to see 5'9s on the court because their teammates can cover for them in the rebounding department and all that. And then offensively, you are a absolute lethal scoring machine because you're so quick and you have the 99-3, and it's really hard to get a contest because you're, so quick side to side that people can't keep up. And then on top of it, what people are doing with these builds now is they're just guarding the ball with that 99 perimeter, 99 steal, high speed, high agility, and just saying, as long as I don't give up a 3, I'm going to be good because I'm going to get a 3 on the other end. So this is a build that needs to fit not only your play style, but who you're playing with, but in the right hands, with the right teammates. It is absolutely one of the hardest builds to deal with on the game. Next up, this is coming from my boy Keysticks. This is the 6'6 to 6'8 height range do-it-all builds. A build like this from Keysticks, this is meant for the 1v1 court, as you can see. Doesn't care about the pass accuracy, but has very balanced finishing, excellent shooting, good dribbling, speed with ball, high interior, high perimeter, doesn't really care about getting pluck steals. He just wants to get stops, good block rating, good rebounding, and then physicals off the charts. 99 strength. So you say, why would you make a build like this? Well, if you like to play 1v1 court, you're going to need to deal with post scorers, so that 99 strength with the 88 interior helps deal with them. If you like to play on the twos court, this is a build that can guard every single build on the game, whether you need to guard a post scorer, whether you need to guard a guard, whether you need to guard another 6'6", 6'8", do-it-all type of build. You can guard everyone, so you're never going to be a liability. Obviously, depending on the game mode you like to play, maybe you want to sacrifice a little attribute somewhere to get the pass accuracy up, or if you're a 1v1 court player like him, you don't care about the pass accuracy, so cater the build to fit your playstyle. But the 6'6" to 6'8" height range do-it-all builds are absolutely fun and versatile on NBA 2K25. Next up, we got high driving dunk builds. They're making a return after the recent patch. In the beginning of the year, it really wasn't worth going to 96, 99 dunk just because it's so expensive and meter dunking was so inconsistent. But after the recent patch, across all game modes, meter dunking has been buffed, and I can confirm, in my opinion, it is a lot more consistent. Now, I'm not saying it's like 2K24 because it's not, but it is a lot more effective, let's say. Now, depending on how you make your build, you know, if you're going like a 99 dunk, you can go and make it kind of like a two-way slasher and go high defense utilizing that long wingspan. You got the high driving dunk, you still got pretty good shooting and playmaking and all that, high agility, high speed. Or if you just want to be more of just an all-around offensive, you know, heavy build, you can lower it down to 93 dunk and still have that ability to meter dunk and contact dunk, but then you got ridiculously high playmaking, high three-pointer. So high driving dunk builds are making a return. You can do it in a whole bunch of different ways depending on the role that you want to play in the game mode and the teammates that you play with, as I said, but high driving dunk builds are definitely making a return after the recent patch. Next up, lockdowns. Lockdowns on NBA 2K25 are insane. I got a couple different versions here from Ubots, who is a 2K League lockdown. This is a 6'4" version. This is what he would prefer to use on like 3v3 when he needs to guard like 5'9s. You know, he wants really high speed, really high agility, but still 99 perimeter, 99 steal, good strength, good shooting. The 6'4" locks are insane. But with the recent patch to shot contest that happened, I think it was a season ago or maybe a month ago or so, some people are starting to go with the taller locks because now height and wingspan really matter in terms of getting shot contests. And as you can see, especially once you start to get your cap breakers, 99 perimeter, 99 steal, still 90 speed, 85 agility, 85 strength. These locks are insane on this game. Whether you're playing 3s or 5s or whatever game mode you're playing, you can definitely make a great lockdown build to fit how you want to play. Next, let's show some love to the centers. This is coming from Solo. This is the build that he uses in his twos wagers, and yes, inside center builds are running twos wagers. Now, poppers are very good. We're going to get to them shortly, but inside centers paired up with a guard with a 99-3 or a 99 mid-range, and you're essentially setting a screen. The guard is going to put up a shot. You're going to crash hard to the dead zone and fight for that rebound. And as you can see, 99 O board, 99 D board. Some people are going 99 strength. You're getting as much vertical as you possibly can. You're putting on some interior defense. You know, you're going to obviously have that standing dunk, a little bit of driving dunk, whatever. But essentially what you're looking for is that high rebounding, high strength, high vertical, and then that high pass accuracy, especially if you're playing 5v5 or even on the twos, just to help your guard out with a little bit of dimer. But inside center builds are valid on 2K25. Next up, let's keep it on centers. Let's talk about the poppers now. Poppers in 5v5 Pro-Am, Rec Center, very, very valuable. On the twos, they do have some value, but I would say on the twos, you're more than likely going to see insides. It's just a more efficient play style from what I've seen on the game. But poppers, as you can see, high strength, 99 rebound, the ability to shoot the mid and the three, still have good dunking, and still have that high pass accuracy. Obviously, we had to sacrifice a little bit of the interior, a little bit of the block, and then of course, instead of having 99 D board, now you're looking at, depending on how many cap breakers you have, somewhere from 85 to low 90s. But they still rebound great, and adding in the ability to shoot the ball does open up a lot of things, not only for yourself, but for your teammates. Next up, this is coming from my boy Swag. We're talking about Pro-Am power forwards or park popper builds. A bit on the smaller side, you know, we're not talking the 7'1", poppers. We're talking 6'7" popper, 99 steal, 96 D-board, good strength, good vertical, good physicals, ability to shoot the mid, the three, a little bit of post control to post up, if you have a mismatch. This is a build Swag uses for my Pro-Am team. Really, really effective at the power forward position, or if you're playing Park, you could run the center position as well. And last but not least, coming from Young Dirk, the undersized inside center build. We're talking about the 6'9" center builds. You see these on twos wagers a lot as well. If you don't see those big 7 foot 7'1" insides, you're gonna see a 6'9". And the reason for the 6'9" is you still have great rebounding, great strength. You got even better vertical. The thing that you get here is you get more speed and mobility. So you're able to hedge a pick and roll better. You're essentially, with those big builds, you're not hedging much. You're essentially sitting in the paint, trying to let your guard play defense, and you're fighting for rebound position. With the 6'9s, you got a little bit better of a chance to hedge and get back, show and recover to the paint. Another effective build that you see a lot of competitive players using, especially when they're playing wagers, but it just depends on your teammates and, of course, your own play style and preference. But if you want to check out some of these builds in action, click that video on the screen right there. That is a 2v2 wager with the first 2 legends on the game wagering for some big money using some of these builds you saw in this video. Go check it out.